Welcome to Season 2 of Uncovering the Corners of the World podcast. I'm your host, Karina Kasmala. If you joined us last season, we visited Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan's islands, Oregon, Washington, Missouri, Maryland, and Wyoming. Join me as we are continuing our exploration this season, using research and my personal experiences where I actually set foot in some of these places. I'll be describing some of the unknown attractions in both the US and around the world. We're going further than ever before, searching the mysterious corners of the world. Our first attraction is not too far from Yellowstone National Park. Located in Teton County, northwest in Wyoming, is the Grand Teton National Park, where it's even open during the winter months. Grand Teton National Park was founded in 1929. As an official national park, it covers both the Teton Range and the Jackson Hole Valley. After the Pleistocene Ice Age, the first people to live in the area were the nomadic Paleo-Indians, while the first Euro-American explorer was supposedly a man named John Coulter, traveling to the area as part of the Lewis and Clark Corps of Discovery expedition, leaving the fall of 1806. However, there are no written documents from Coulter about this journey. Fur traders came to the area to trap beavers and use their furs for top hats in the 1800s. From 1860s to the 1870s, more people came to explore the area. While in the 1920s to the 1940s, people began moving into the Jackson area, looking for the cowboy experience, and moving from cattle ranching to dude ranching. The land in the Jackson Valley was not fit for raising livestock and growing crops. Dude ranching, or dude ranch, or guest ranch, was providing logging and tourism-like experiences for visitors. Our next attraction takes us to Kemmerer, Wyoming, a place where you can walk in the shoes of a paleontologist. American Fossil Quarry is located at Farmfield Road in Kemmerer, Wyoming, which is roughly 2 hours away from Yellowstone National Park and Salt Lake City in Utah. Patrick Hogel, a former wildlife biologist and biology teacher, opened the American Fossil Museum / Quarry with Seth Sorensen and Jeff Peterson. The first person to find fossils in this area was Edward Drinker Coop, an American paleontologist who began his digging expedition in the 1870s. Stingrays, shrimp, gar, paddlefish, pike, as well as crocodiles, are some of the fossils you can find at this quarry. 50 million years ago, these creatures lived in a lake that was 1,000 square miles, covering sections of Wyoming, Colorado, and Utah. When these animals died, they rested at the bottom of the lake. Then, over time, they were covered by mud that eventually hardened to rock. Not only can you dig your own fossils, you're allowed to keep them. Few quarries let you actually keep the fossil. All you have to do is purchase a package of fossil digging. Our last attraction for this week takes us to present-day Evanston, Wyoming, to see historical huts that are shaped like beehives. These huts are part of the Piedmont Charcoal Kilns State Historic Site, located on County Road 173, CO Road 204 in Robertson, southwest of present-day Evanston, Wyoming. These 5 30 10-foot kilns are made of sandstone and limestone. They were built by Moses Byrne around 1869, during the same time as the Union Pacific Railroad was built. These huts were used to produce charcoal for Utah smelters. Charcoal was made by lighting a fire in the kilns and covering them, letting it burn for several days. The fire would eventually burn out, but leave behind burnt wood. In 1873, the surrounding area also had kilns. There was an estimated 35 kilns that made 100,000 bushels per month. The kilns were abandoned after the railroad was built away from the area, and Piedmont soon became a ghost town after 1910. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Season 2 of Uncovering the Corners of the World podcast. If you are interested in learning more about the Grand Teton National Park, visit the National Park Service website on Grand Teton National Park. To learn more about the American Fossil Quarry, visit the website fishdig.com. Lastly, to read more about the Piedmont Charcoal Kilns State Historic Site, check out the website wyominghistory.org. Tune in next week as we explore more unknown attractions in both the U.S. and around the world.